Oh, evening all. Right, it's been quite a long while since I've done any video asking for any support. So humor me, just humor me while I tell you about the Bylines Network, what we've developed there, where it's going, because it's really, really powerful and it's doing very well at the moment. So what is the Bylines Network? It's 8 publications around the country that we built that are local citizen journalism, progressive voices, international voices, but local teams talking about local democracy, national democracy, international issues. But it's the view from Yorkshire, it's the view from the Northeast, it's the view from East Anglia. And we set this up in 2020 and 2021. So I went to Peter Jukes early in 2020 and said, I love Byline Times. I love the kind of investigative work that you do, and I like the flavor of it. Do you think that would work for local journalism? Because we've got all of these, activists and campaigning groups all over the country. And he said, yeah, why not? Let's give it a go. So as a collaboration, we did that. First one we started with was Yorkshire Bylines, but since then we've rolled out Northeast Bylines, West Country Bylines, Central Bylines, West England Bylines, Sussex Bylines, Kent Bylines. Did I say Central already? East Anglia Bylines. And they've had millions and millions of article reads and millions of site visits. And now we're ramping up the SEO, the tech behind it. We're getting more and more views from Google searches and so forth and so on. So it's been a really, really powerful tool in giving a lot of that community voice. Now, that's for kind of like retired people, other students, experts from local universities, or just business people. So it's all about giving a lot of those voices a platform. And now we've spun it out as its own thing. We're building it up. We got a grant from the Public Interest News Foundation, PINF, in order to do relationships between local democracy and local journalism around Birmingham. So that's coming online sort of next year. And the idea here is that we just keep building. We know we need to fill in some gaps, like in the Northwest. So that's being planned as well. And by making the local journalism and that is under our control stronger and building up the power of these local bylines, it's really, really helped to maintain communities. Also, it's brought through lots and lots of students. So journalism students doing student placements with different bylines in the Bylines Network. And some of them we have actually hired on and then taken through to other jobs as well. So building up the journalistic base for progressive local and national journalism for the years to come. And we're helping nurture that. And of course, linking through with Byline Times. Byline Times is now doing every Friday, best of the Bylines networks. So make sure you're signed up to Byline Times too. And then also we're well connected with Byline TV. And a lot of times when Byline TV wants to go and film in an area on a subject, we use our network, the Bylines Network, to find the right people to set up those interviews. So you see how it's all connecting together here. So I just saw someone say, I'm in Scotland and appreciate Byline News. Great. And so someone says Essex. Yeah, East Anglia Bylines. Make sure you're following that. Make sure you're even writing for it. Someone else says we need Wales Bylines. There we go. Can't spell bylines. Oh, can you, Suki? But yes, we've talked about that. We've actually had conversations with the National there on how they roll in Wales. So there's lots of discussions ongoing. Someone says, hi, I'm from Devon. Yep, so West Country Bylines covers you, and they're doing a very good job there. We definitely need more progressive media in the Northwest. Yeah, we want to, those plans are in train. We're rolling them out. We've got the right people for an initial team. Oh, by the way, there's merch as well, but don't worry about that. So it's all stuff that we need to develop, and your support helps us do that, because the bigger and the stronger core team that we have, the more we can take on new bylines and make sure we're supporting them with the promotion, the boosting, the editorial capacity at the center, covering the core tech costs, and so forth and so on. And in fact, we're going to be taking on in the new year someone to do the Facebook central capacity for a lot of these bylines, but also to a degree other assets within Byline TV and Byline Times and so forth. So we're looking to really develop capacity there to grow, to then go out and reach new audiences via Facebook, as well as obviously putting in the technology to make sure that we come up on Google searches and elsewhere. So that's why any support that you can give, especially, it's the monthly support that makes all the difference. I can tell you, like, as someone who's been doing campaigning now for years, when you do, a crowdfunder and then you get a chunk of support in, that's fantastic, but that's kind of like precious, and then it goes, and then you panic and you need to do another round of going out and asking for a new project or a new drive. When you've got people that are just on monthly support, you just know that you've got that backbone of support going forward, and you can plan on it. It absolutely makes all the difference, even if it's a smaller amount than someone would give as a one-off, much smaller. Nevertheless, it's knowing that every month we're going to get this much coming in, so we can build on that, we can plan on that in terms of costs, overheads, hiring people in, whatever. So if you could, then please do follow that link for the monthly support. But also on it, you'll see the map of all the bylines and what we cover. It's missing East Anglia bylines. It's missing this one. So I've just told our team, I just noticed that one's missing on that particular map. But go through, have a look at it, check it out. And it's more than just, give us money, donate, help out. If you want to write, get in touch with the editor of your local bylines or the nearest one, okay? Because it is about supporting writers coming through, and not professional journalists, but citizen journalism. So get in touch for that. Or if you're a good, researcher, or if you've got important information, let us know. If you're a cartoonist, let us know. So if you're good on social media and want to help out with one of the Bylines publications, let us know, okay? Because it's all about this engine getting behind the community of who we are, who we've built ourselves to be since 2016, and making sure that that's got real structure in place. So please go through, check out that link. Please do set up a monthly contribution, because that's magic. That makes all the difference. And also, if you want to get involved, do get involved, because this is what it's all about, community and empowering your voices as well. And maybe you'll then come on board and you'll join us on our training seminars to learn all about libel and FOI and doing interviews and interacting with them, all of that. We do training courses with Byline Times as well on that. So there's a whole fun world internally that you can get into as well. Right, I will... Oh, someone said, I monthly support, but I'll make it more. Excellent. That's massively appreciated. Count me in. So does that mean for writing? Because if you want to write, get on board as well. So, if you're retired and wondering what to do on the campaigning front, it's not just about like campaigning with this or that. You can do your own investigations, be a writer, etc., etc. Excellent. Berkshire. Yeah. Do we cover Berkshire at the moment? I don't think we quite do. Sort of Wiltshire and Berkshire. Yeah, we've got to get into that area as well. All right. Oh, someone says, how do I get involved? Right. The way to get involved, if you go and look through at that donation page, Jack, you'll also see links through to just, the Bylines Network where it says contact us, and it's just editor at, then it'll be yorkshirebylines.co.uk, or it will be eastangliabylines.co.uk. So just write to the editor, send an email to the editor and say, I want to get involved and do this or do that. Okay, cool. I will wrap it up there to keep it relatively short, although I never do keep it short, do I? But yeah, please support us. Please get involved. All of that. 2022 is going to be a big year. You can see where all the dynamics are going already. It gives me a lot of hope. It really does. So get involved and be part of it, 100%. All right. Catch you guys later, and keep popping comments in the comment section.